So we're going to look together at the questions that go along with Chapter 3 of the A to Z Mystery, The Invisible Island. I am at home, and I got home ready to tape this, and I realized I did not take my worksheet with me. So I wrote the questions that we're going to answer on a piece of paper. Here, I'm going to rip this off so I can move it around a little bit. So it's the same as your paper. It just looks a little bit different. Same questions. Now, remember, we are going into the question to help us answer it. So the first question is, what does Ron sell at his bait shop and what services does he provide? So I'm noticing when I look at this one that there are going to be two parts we're going to have to answer. What does he sell and what services does he provide? Okay, so I'm going to be looking for two things. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to write Ron sells. Okay, now remember, we're going to start our sentence with a capital letter. And in this case, if there is something I don't know how to spell, one place I can look is right in the question. Okay, another place I can look is right in the book. So we have Ron Pinkowski, right? So this is on chapter 16, lived in an old house next to the river. On the ground floor, he sold bait, boating supplies, and groceries. He also repaired and painted boats and fixed boat motors. So I am going to say Ron sells bait, boating supplies, and groceries. Now, I saw on your worksheet copy that you have that blank you have is really, really too small for all this writing. So for this one, if you have to write it neatly underneath or something like that, you can do that. Okay. Just as long as, remember, part of the point of this is I need to be able to read it. So just make sure that you're writing as neatly as you can. And then it says, what services does he provide? And in the book, it says he also repairs and paints boats and fixes boat motors. So, oh my goodness, I'm sorry. I don't know what's making that noise. I don't know if you can hear it or not, that little dinging. Okay, so I'm going to say Ron sells bait, boating supplies, and groceries. I'm going to put another comma there. He also repairs and paints boats. Cool. Number 2. Remember to, if you need a minute while you're watching this video, you can always pause it, okay? And then you'll catch me when you unpause it. What plant do the kids find out grows on the island? I remember this because we talked about this today when we talked about it. The kids find out. Do you remember? Now, I remember the answer, but I don't remember how to spell it. So I'm going to look for it. I know it's when Josh is getting itchy. Okay. It's right on the top of, there's no page number, but the page next was 18. So this one must be 19. Right at the top here, it says, now my expectation is that you're going to find it in your book. And then you are going to write the kids find out. You're going to name the plant and you're going to spell it right because it's right here in the book. Okay. And then period. So pause it if you need to. Why doesn't Ruth Rose say how much money they found? So I don't even have to open my book yet to look for the answer. I'm going to say Ruth Rose doesn't say how much money, they found because, and then I'm going to go to my book and on page 20, At the top, Josh is saying, shouldn't you say how much money you found? And then Ruth Rose, it says, shook her head. So you're going to look for your answer right there. And you are going to finish the sentence of why Ruth Rose doesn't say how much money they found. Okay. What do the kids get at Ellie's? Number 4. You know what? We were talking about how they went to the police station and they went to the bait shop today when we were talking about it. Well, yesterday, if you're watching this video. But I forgot they make 3 stops, don't they? Do you remember what they get at Ellie's? At Ellie's. Look at that. Ellie's has a capital E because it's the proper name of a restaurant. At Ellie's, the kids get, do you remember? It is on page, where is it? Page 21. So here's 20. This one doesn't have a number on it, but it's page 21. I think. Oh, yeah. It does. Yep. Right here. Okay. So you're going to finish that sentence. And then finally it says, what happens if no one claims the money in 30 days? So we're going to use the question to write the answer. If no one claims the money in 30 days. All right, you are going to finish that sentence. It is when they're at the police office and they're talking to the police station, they're talking to Officer Phelan. It's on the top of page 24, if you don't remember. Okay, finish that sentence. And if you're at Thrive, you're going to put your book and this paper in your drawer. Okay? Thanks, you guys have been working so hard on this.